What is ChatGPT? And more importantly, how can we actually use it in our business to make us more money? Well, ChatGPT is essentially a language model, which basically means that it can understand a language input, natural language input, and it can do complicated things in the background, such as at the moment research. It can scour the web, it can actually analyze CSV documents by writing its own code and executing its own code. But the problem is it's very open-ended, and it's quite difficult sometimes to think of new ideas and things to do with it and how it can actually save you money or indeed make you more money. So basically it all comes down to what it is that you want and what business it is that you run. For example, you can see here I've got a TikTok marketing and product strategist, and for example if I say here how can we enhance our TikTok content, it's trained on my business's information. So it's got a document that's basically explaining how the business works, and it's able to use that document for its background knowledge and also some custom instructions that I've given it to come up with some examples and ways for me to enhance my TikTok content. The problem with this is it's very it's just a bit fluffy. It doesn't really do anything. And really where ChatGPT is helping businesses is how that is implemented into your business. For example, if this chatbot can understand everything about your products, imagine if you could have that on your website, or a space where customers could come and they could ask questions about your products, they could get answers instantly, it would convince them to purchase a product, for example, and if it got confused or didn't know the answer, it could do human handoff and then send them, for example, an email link for them to contact you directly. Well, unfortunately at the moment you can't do this with ChatGPT, and it's looking very unlikely that you'll be able to. For example here, if I try and create a custom GPT and I go into the configure menu, you can see here I've given it a knowledge base, which is an FAQ. The problem is I can only upload a certain amount of information about the product or about my service before it gets completely overloaded, and obviously once this has happened it's just kind of here for me to use, but I can't really put it anywhere. I can't really do anything with it. So what if I could embed it onto my website? For example, I could have it like this on my website that you could answer questions about my product, and I could see what messages people were sending to the chatbot. This would mean I would know what problems people have or what common questions people have who land on my website, and I can then make those changes to my website to increase conversion rates. It also means that they won't be emailing me all the time with their questions that can be answered incredibly simply. So for example, I could just give it an FAQ PDF, for example, and it would be able to read that information and give a response that's not robotic. That is really where the power of ChatGPT comes in. So with ChatIQ, if you haven't already started using AI in your business, you can actually automate customer interactions with these AI agents. And I'll show you what this looks like. For example, I've just asked it, how can I use this in my business? And it's come back with, it's very easy to get started. You can script your website's data and tailor a template customer service agent specifically for your needs in minutes. It knows everything about your business. So for example, I've got about 1,000 words on my website explaining how the product works, how you can build custom prompts and use templates, and it's quite a complicated website. But if someone has a question they instantly need an answer to, they can just ask the chatbot. For example, what's your pricing plans? It's going to go away and it's going to analyze the information it's got access to, and then it will come back with a response. So it tells me that actually if I click the Start Now button, I can actually get started building an account, and I have a 2-week free trial to use the product, and I don't need to pay for anything, which is excellent if I want to increase conversion rate in my business. So how do you actually build one of these for your business? Well, if you click on this button here where you can get started for free, it's going to take you to a simple onboarding flow. If you go through this onboarding flow, by the end of it you will have a chatbot that you can then embed into your website. All you then need to do is take that information. So it'll actually look like this, just to show you quickly. You'll have your chatbot ready, and here I've got multiple already built, but there is a dashboard that you can view. You can then take the embed code of this and just paste it into the header of your website. So for example, if you have a Shopify store, a Wix store, WordPress, Webflow, GoDaddy, whatever you have, as long as you can access the code of the website, you can just paste a very simple script into the head code. But sometimes the chatbot that you've created won't be as complicated as you'd like. Maybe you'd like to add more information or test its responses before you add it to your website, or maybe change the branding. Well, once you've created an account, like I say, you've got 2 weeks to trial ChatIQ. You can actually upload multiple documents. You can see here, I have got tens of different documents uploaded across all sorts of different niches. I've got them categorized in different tags so I can find them easily. And I've actually uploaded over 250,000 words to this account, and I've got up to 1 million on this plan that I can upload, and the chatbot can use all of these bits of data in its responses, which is amazing when you actually think about the knowledge that you can give to your chatbot. So for example, if I wanted to take, I don't know, this chatbot, I could head over and I could visit it here, and you can see here, this is the knowledge that it's using. This is the response that it's given out when I've asked it a question, for example, what is ChatIQ? It's actually reading multiple URLs at once, and it's taking only the most relevant and important information that it needs for its responses. But say, for example, it's not responding properly, I can actually add more knowledge. I just need to go into here and say, for example, let's add that to the database, and now the chatbot is able to use that for its responses. I can then go ahead and remove that information if I no longer want to use it. Now, once I've done all of that, if I click on Share Chatbot, this is the embed code that you would put into the header of your website, and it can answer all sorts of questions. You can also do some really cool things by giving it custom prompts. So if I head to the settings panel and I look at one of these, you can actually see down here I've got it to book people in for a sales call at calendly.com. So I can make sure that it actually qualifies leads, and I can get really customizable on all the different things that I'm doing, and I can change the branding, I can change the intro message, so I can make it really customized for my product. I can also see the messages that people are sending to it. For example, this is a test account, but if I go to this chatbot, for example, I can also see what someone's asked this chatbot as well. So if it's on my website, I can see all the different questions people are asking it. I can see how many messages people have sent to the chatbot at what time, and I can use this information for my business to increase the conversion rates and get more sales. There's so many other bits and pieces and different things that you can do. You can obviously create multiple chatbots and embed one chatbot into multiple websites, and you can do all sorts of things, and we've got so many cool updates that are coming out. But if you want to get started and do this for your own business, if you click the top link down below in the description, it will take you to our website. Click on Get Started for free. Just complete the onboarding process. You'll have to start a 2-week free trial, and you can get started, embed your chatbot straight away. And if you want to then manage your plan, or if you have any extra questions, you can always do so in the interface, or send us an email at help@chatiq.ai.